Alright, so you have really nice, fully adjustable 3-dot sights. They're white in this case. You can find aftermarket sights. They are dovetailed, as you can see there. And they are fully adjustable. So pretty nifty. So you got your little tiny windage screw that's set deep there, and then that bigger screw is for your elevation. So pretty nice. Of course, this is the all black version, or what they call the B version, because it has the blackened slide. You can get it in two-tone where it'd be black polymer and stainless slide. You have a tactile and highly visible loaded chamber indicator. Some people love them, some people hate them. Of course, I told you about the ambi controls, right? You have ambi safety, ambi mag release. You do have just a single-sided on the left side slide stop and release, but you know, that's not that big of a deal. Moving down, you do have the back strap that is reversible, so you can have an arched mainspring housing or a flat, and all you have to do is drift out this pin right here, and then you can pull this straight out, flip it around, and put it back in. You do have a blade-in-blade trigger, and we're going to check that here in a minute. It's not too bad. It is a fairly decent trigger, actually. It's got a little bit of stacking, but as you can see on the reset, it's not horrible. There you go. Nice audible click. You can also feel it in the trigger. So it's not the worst. It's not the best either. But you can find some aftermarket parts that'll help you out with that. And of course you have accessory rail. So you have all the options of light and lasers you want to put on there. So it's a pretty decent little package for a really affordable price. It is basically straight price $4, $4.25. You can find it a little bit cheaper. You can find them on sale, but they're really decent, solid guns. You can get it in 9, 40, and 45. This obviously is the 9mm version. In the 9mm version, you do get 17+1 capacity. These mags are actually really nice. They're all steel except for the polymer base pad, which have the Ruger logo and Firebird there. It's got a polymer or nylon, not sure which it is, but feels pretty smooth. It might be nylon follower that's fairly smooth. So I've not heard any bad things about this. Of course, this gun's been out for a while. I got a lot of these in because a lot of guys are looking for the Security 9 right now, but they can't find it. But these are at such a good price that guys are settling for this. So, and it does come with 2 mags, and there are plenty of aftermarket mags out there, or just OEM mags in general. There's plenty of holsters. So, a decent package for relatively inexpensive. All right, with a magazine but fully empty, it is right at 1 pound, 10.2 ounces, so not too bad. It puts it right up there with all other modern, polymer full-size service guns. So it's definitely not too bad. Fit and finish on this guy is not horrible, although there is a weirdness to the trigger guard, and I don't know if you can see that, but it is. Let's see if I can get it just right. See how this is kind of dull? And the rest of the plastic is shiny. I'm not really for sure why that is, but there's definitely some wear there. I don't know if that's the way it was just shipped and it was rubbing in that plastic box or not. But you know what? A lot of guys love the polymers because they're going to modify it anyway and do their own stippling, but it's not that big of a deal. This is not an heirloom piece. It's kind of a workhorse piece, self-defense piece. But you know what? It feels good in the hand, and I got to tell you, so I brought my 1911 here, and it's also clear. And what's really great about it is that right there. It actually has the exact same grip angle. Let me pick it up there so you can see it. So, you're looking at a relatively 1911-like, if not exactly a 1911-like grip angle. So there's that right there. That is a very nice thing for me. I'm a 1911 guy, so anytime I can get a polymer gun that has the same degree angle of a 1911, I shoot it so much better than I do, say, a Glock. But there you go. So it also kind of gives you a size comparison to a 5-inch 1911. So pretty nifty. That comes up quite a bit in forums where guys are talking about grip angles and Glocks and 1911 and the differences and whether they shoot them well. And some guys and gals just prefer the grip angle of a 1911, and frankly, I do. So I find it to be really useful when I can find a gun that is a 1911 style grip angle. It also feels very 1911, by the way, because frankly, you can, when the gun is cocked, and only when the gun is cocked, you can engage the safety, right? And see, I can actuate it with my thumb, just like I do on a 1911, right? And you can, of course, do that with whether you're a righty or a lefty. And it's really nice. It's in a natural position, and it just seems to be natural for me as a 1911 shooter. So I can really get on target, and I can have the exact same grip. And that's always a plus when you transition to a new firearm. All right, let's see if we can get this blade and trigger to play nice here. It's always a little difficult to get it to set correctly. Yeah, see, it wants to fall off, but there you go. So that one was pretty clean. That's just over 6 pounds right there. So not too bad, and I would imagine that's pretty spot on. So just a little over 6 pounds. So I would say that this guy is right around 6 pounds, which is, you know, not the best, not the worst, but after all, you can find some aftermarket parts that will make this guy even smoother. And I imagine after shooting it a bunch, it will break in. So I'll give you one more close up here. Not too shabby for what it is. It's really not a badly priced gun. You can find them used out there. It just has a nice feel. It's very slim, and for a double stack, that is for sure. And you know, I like the ability to go from kind of a flat to an arched mainspring. Again, it's very 1911 like, and I just dig it. I think it's not a bad, you know, it's definitely not a bad choice. So, pros and cons, like we always do, of the Ruger SR9 or the SR family of pistols. Well, I love the fact that you can get it in 3 calibers. I love the fact that it is really affordable. You know, Ruger's the largest arms manufacturer in the world. They're great. Their customer service is very solid. They pack a lot of features into this guy for not that much coin. The mainspring, the adjustable sights, the ambi controls. You know, I think that you could do a lot worse for your money. Is it the nicest polymer gun I've ever picked up? No. Is it the sexiest looking? No. But you know what? Compared to a lot of Ruger's other plastic fantastics, it's actually not bad. I mean, it's fairly sleek looking. I gotta tell you, it feels good in the hand, and that's really what's going to sell you. So if you get a chance, go to your local gun store, support your local small businesses, and put one of these guys in your hand. Whether it's a 940 or 45, it's going to feel very 1911 like. So if you're a 1911 guy or gal, it's going to probably be not a bad little choice. If you can pick it up for the cheap, do it. It's really a decent American-made polymer gun. So I dig it. I think it's worth your money. Cons? Well, it is not, again, the sexiest looking gun. Ruger doesn't always have the best reputation for plastic guns. You know, nobody really beats the Glock, right? But this is a decent gun that you can get at an affordable price. And you know, I love it. It's made in America, so there really aren't any big time cons. I think most of the cons you hear about this gun have nothing to do with reliability, has nothing to do with price. It has to do with preference and looks, so aesthetics and preference. So it's really not that big of a deal. I think you could do a lot worse. So it's definitely worth you taking a look at. The one and only thing that I think is a little funky is this loaded chamber indicator. That guy I'm not crazy about, but it doesn't bother me either. It's there, and in the dark you'll be able to certainly be able to feel it. So that's kind of nice. I love the fact that mags are plentiful. I love the fact that you can go out there and find a holster for it. So it's very decent. So if you get a chance, check these out. And as always, if you like my content, please subscribe, share, and comment below. Thanks. Be safe and be good.